Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still talks about outsourcing and why it can be good for Wisconsin. And Maurice Cheeks, the director of the Tech Council's Wisconsin Innovation Network, discusses his background and his new role. And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report. Rising startup companies. The state's Economic Development Agency has launched a $1 million program to supplement one of the federal government's most successful startup efforts, the Small Business Innovation Grant Program. Companies that receive merit-based SBIR grants will now be eligible for follow-on state dollars to help them grow more efficiently. Meanwhile, several companies announced investment rounds. M.Dot Labs announced its acquisition, and Shine Medical said it had successfully operated its latest prototype for a neutron accelerator. That reactor can be used to safely produce a key isotope used in medical tests. And falling, consumer spending. Wisconsin's slow recovery from the Great Recession is reflected in new figures that show growth in consumer spending has lagged neighboring states and the nation. Consumer spending also is growing slower than personal income, which may be a sign consumers feel uncertain about the future and may be trying to pay down debt. Wisconsin consumers spend about $34,700 per person in 2012, a 2.5% increase from the year before, the U.S. Commerce Department reported. Nationally, consumer spending grew 3.3% during that time, and in the Great Lakes region, it rose 3.5%. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
Some recent exchanges between the state's candidates for governor illustrate how the term outsourcing can generate political emotions that often run counter to economic reality. Outsourcing is not a four-letter word. It is a part of how many companies, large or small, foreign or domestic, do business in the modern world. If you're a small business owner in Wisconsin and you're not quite ready to hire that next full-time employee, you might outsource some work to a consultant. If you're a large company executive hoping to crack into an emerging market, an option you must consider is opening a production facility close to the source. That need not threaten production at home. You don't want to jeopardize your U.S. markets, but it means adding production capacity elsewhere to control costs and open sales channels. Maybe a better phrase for both is out-tasking or co-sourcing, or simply making good business decisions. Outsourcing became an issue in the governor's race when Republican Scott Walker went after Democrat Mary Burke over the outsourcing of jobs by Trek, the Waterloo-based bicycle maker founded and run by her family. Burke has chastised the Walker administration in turn because the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation awarded tax credits in 2011 and 2012 to two companies, Eaton and Plexus, which later outsourced jobs abroad. Behind the political back and forth, there's a bigger picture voters deserve to understand. Wisconsin represents roughly 2% of the U.S. economy and a fraction of a world economy that is growing relative to the United States, thanks to the emergence of a middle class in countries that previously had little ability to buy American products. For Wisconsin to prosper, it cannot possibly sell everything it produces, on its farms, in its forests, in its factories, or through its high-tech firms at home. It must market and sell goods and services to a $72 trillion global economy. Political debates can appeal to voters whose values lead them to believe the worst about an issue. But politics should be about bringing out the best in people, and the election year debate, which is a unique platform for talking about major challenges. In this case, that means stepping back and recognizing the Wisconsin economy is tied to global trends that are too large to ignore or wish away. Better yet, the debate should embrace those new realities in a way that helps the state and its citizens.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Maurice Cheeks of the Wisconsin Technology Council's Wisconsin Innovation Network.
White Hirschbeck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
We're back with Maurice Cheeks, director of the Tech Council's Wisconsin Innovation Network. Thanks for being here, Maurice.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Before you joined WIN in June, your background included working with Apple as a sales rep and with several software and gaming companies. What did that experience teach you about the needs of startups?
It's true. I've kind of seen the gamut between co-founding a two-person startup and working for one of the largest technology companies in the world. Of course, I've learned a lot during those experiences, but one thing that's really stuck out to me is how easy it is to stay entrenched in your own business, in your own work. And that's helped to teach me the importance of intentional networking and contributing to your network. For an entrepreneur and a likely expert in one's field, it's really important to be able to know where to turn when you need an expert of your own, whether it's preparing to search for investment capital or begin exporting internationally or just bring on your first employees.
Tell us about WIN and how it relates to the overall mission of the Tech Council.
So the Wisconsin Technology Council was created by state mandate in 2001 to serve as advisors to the governor and state legislature as the state proactively works to grow its high-tech economy. So the Wisconsin Innovation Network serves as the membership organization that helps execute on that goal. So we work with businesses and companies all throughout the state of Wisconsin in order to help grow Wisconsin's economy.
And what are ways WIN plans to work with its members and partners in the year ahead?
So coming up this year, the Wisconsin Innovation Network is putting on the Early Stage Symposium that's going to be in November. This is an opportunity for entrepreneurs to pitch to some of our state's strongest investors. Also in the spring of 2015, we're going to have our Technology Summit, which this is our second annual summit of this kind, but really the purpose of this is it's a structured speed networking event where we're pairing scrappy small companies with large successful companies with the intent of mutual benefit, so sharing in innovation. And you know, it's a big goal of mine to continue to strengthen our chapters throughout the state of Wisconsin. So in addition to the monthly luncheons that we have in Madison and Milwaukee, we just finished a business plan competition in Lake Superior. We've got an investment training event coming up in September in the Fox Valley region. And we're going to continue to focus on strengthening the entire state of Wisconsin.
Thanks, Maurice, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by White Hirschbeck Dudek, MG&E, and UW Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent But Executive Search. See you next time.